Ready for fall? I'm not, but I'm ready for a beautiful, sophisticated fall arrangement. Hi, welcome to another video. Today we're going to make this gorgeous crescent-shaped, high-end looking arrangement with gorgeous, beautiful dahlias, roses, and an assortment of interesting materials. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Katherine Bergman. I'm a florist with over 30 years experience designing weddings and events, and I'm sharing all things floral with you each week. Are you ready? Let's get started. So this whole arrangement is inspired by these gorgeous dahlias. Late summer is a beautiful time for dahlias, and there's just an unlimited variety at the flower market. So today we're going to do a late summer, early fall arrangement. First of all, I have this beautiful sort of antique bronze urn in like a dark brown, and it has a 2/3 block of oasis foam in it with a smaller piece of foam on the bottom to elevate it up out of the urn. And I have it taped down with floral tape. The reason I want the foam to sit a little higher than our container is if you want something to cascade out of the container, your foam is going to have to sit a little higher. Now, today we have an assortment of gorgeous dahlias, these giant orange dahlias, burgundy red dahlias, some white roses, apricot roses, some pale blushy white butterfly ranunculus, and fall foliage I cut from my garden, some viburnum. I went outside today and I saw that some of the leaves are turning. Can you believe that? Not quite ready for fall. And then we also have some other accent flowers, like hypericum berries and things like that. So what I'm going to start with is setting the lines with the beautiful viburnum from my garden. This is one of my favorite fall foliage to use. And I have my quick dip here. I think I've shared this with you in all the previous videos recently. The Floral Life quick dip is indispensable for flower arranging. It really, really makes a huge difference in how long your flowers last. And it comes in a bottle like this. I'll link in the description below. And I put it in a little jar like this with a lid so I could just keep using it. Now, I'm not sponsored by Floral Life. I don't get paid for it. Just want to share with you guys a really, really great product. Okay, so let's start with greening in and setting the lines with our viburnum. So we're going to take a look at our viburnum and see if there's any natural lines that would work perfectly with our container. I always like to take a look at the material. The material sometimes speaks to you and tells you where it needs to be placed. And I'm thinking, you know, we want something that cascades out, sets a little bit of height and interest to this arrangement, and makes it look larger without adding a lot of volume. I love this dramatic piece with all this beautiful color on there. How should we use this piece? Can we do it here? Yes, let's do that. I'm going to cut it a little shorter, dip it in my quick dip, really making everything last a lot longer. And then set it in the foam right here. And then I'm going to go and see what other pieces of this viburnum I can use. Okay. So at Costco the other day, and they have Halloween candy, Halloween costumes. They really rush you, don't they? I'm not ready for summer to be over. I've been having a really fun summer, swimming a lot in my new pool, swimming every day, and I'm just really going to miss swimming every day once the weather turns cold. Okay, this is what I have right now. I'm thinking of doing a one-sided kind of crescent-shaped arrangement. You know, you guys have been watching me for a while, know that I love this shape. Easy to do, very sophisticated. And that's what we have. This is like the front of the arrangement here. Okay. And make sure you leave a lot of open space in the front for your flowers. And then I'm going to reserve these stems of viburnum here in case we need to use it later. And I'm not going to green in too heavily since we've got such huge flowers. Now, the only downside with using dahlias is it's not a long-lasting flower, but with a quick dip, it seems to last a little bit longer. So let's hope that we can get this to last, 5 days to a week. Okay, I'm going to start with these giant orange dahlias. So beautiful and so fresh and turgid. I have never grown dahlias. I think it's too hot where I am for dahlias. I know they sell it every year. They sell these giant dahlias every year in all the different nurseries. And they're so beautiful, and I really am often seduced and want to buy some, but I don't know. I feel like if I want to use it as a cut flower, you're probably not going to get enough stems to use as a cut flower. So I think we're better off just buying our dahlias. And they're not super expensive flowers, and the varieties are just insane. Look at this. I love these giant orange ones. They also have an orange one that has white in it. That's really beautiful too. So I'm kind of creating a focal point in the center of the arrangement with the dahlias. And love these big, big buds. They're just gorgeous. Adds dimension to your arrangements. Okay, let's add some of these beautiful burgundy dahlias. Look at these guys. They're a little smaller. One of two sizes of dahlias so that we have that contrast. Okay. For a while, for weddings, we were using these cafe au lait dahlias that were even bigger than these orange dahlias. They're giant. And they were very popular for weddings. They're in that beautiful shell pink color. And then I'm going to add a few roses. Now, I like to use white in my fall arrangements. I think the white is a beautiful contrast and a foil to all the hot colors. And it's a kind of a more restful color. So I love to add white to my fall arrangements. And these beautiful white roses with kind of a yellow center. I don't know if this is candlelight. I don't remember, but it's a beautiful white rose with kind of an ivory yellow center. Then I have some of these apricot roses. I think that would be beautiful in this arrangement too. This is what we have so far. Okay. Just keep adding beautiful materials in here. Oh, and tangle. Okay. Let's add some of our butterfly ranunculus. Another favorite material to use because it's so versatile. It kind of just dances along the perimeter of your arrangements. And butterfly ranunculus is wonderful. It's a very, very long-lasting material. Like every single bud on here will open. So it's been a very popular flower for florists. We're just going to use the butterfly ranunculus kind of where we have our greenery placed to reinforce the line. Okay, I'm going to grab another one of these gorgeous apricot roses and add it in the back of the arrangement. Maybe I'll add it to the side here. I think it's getting lost back there. Go. Okay. Okay, this is what we have so far. It's very pretty. I'm going to green in the back a little bit. We've got a lot of foam exposed in the back. I'm just going to use the viburnum to green in. I've got other greenery here as well. I'm going to go ahead and use some of the other greenery too. I have some Pittosporum. Okay, I'm going to take a look. You can see the back. Okay, definitely going to have some cascading elements in the front. I also have some pretty burgundy protea. Adds an interesting darker element to this. I think that will kind of pick up the dark urn that we're designing in and add an interesting texture to our arrangement. Okay, added the burgundy protea. Pretty pretty. I have some of this fern-like greenery that has the burgundy stems. I think that would be a nice addition to our arrangement as well. Very long lasting as well. They dye these often in the flower market. They come in purple and hot pink. This is the natural. Kind of a feathery, wispy texture. Slightly, kind of like a deeply serrated edge fern. Because our focal flowers are such giant dahlias, it's nice to add lots of these little pieces, textures in here to kind of lighten up your arrangement. That's what we have here after we added in the fern-like foliage. And then have some white hypericum berries here. That might be very pretty. Some berries in here, just a hint of fall, right? Hypericum berries weren't great. The foliage was like starting to brown, so I just took all the leaves off. And just have the berries. Let's see, where am I going to put this one? There we go. A little bit of white on this side to balance the large white roses we did over here with the little berries. I also have some white button mums that are just left over from something else I was doing. Not sure if I'm going to use it. Well, I think not. I don't think it goes with what we're doing here. Another piece of this fern-like material. Okay, looks nice. Maybe like a piece of viburnum cascading down the front. I want to find a piece that it's the right orientation because the viburnum is a little bit directional. Okay. Some of these large buds that might be nice down the front. Use one of these orange buds of dahlia. Make sure it's like sort of three-dimensional. Add another apricot rose, maybe over here. Do I want it here? Maybe back here. Just kind of peeking through the arrangement. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to check to see if we need to green in a little bit more. Yes, we have still a lot of foam showing. So I'm going to go ahead and green in the back. Even if no one sees the back, you want to make sure it's all covered. It's been a very cool summer here in Northern California. So definitely not ready for it to be fall and then winter. Sometimes when we've had, like last year, we had such hot days. Every other day was 100 degrees. You're just ready for it to be cool in fall. This year it's been nice and cool, beautiful every day. So we've been very fortunate here. Read about all those horrible floods and heat waves all around the rest of the country. And we feel very lucky not to have any of those disasters here. And we haven't had that many crazy wildfires, at least not here. I know there's some burning in Central California. It's very expensive to live in the San Francisco Bay Area, but we really get beautiful weather here. Almost worth it. Okay, so I've greened in very beautifully in the back, so I think we're mostly done. Wonder if we want to have a little bit of greenery peeking through. I have a little of some of this miniature beach ball pittosporum that I love. I have 3 of these plants now, and they are just great for greenery to use. Do I want some peeking out in the front? Well, maybe. Just a little bit right here. Okay. See, added it right here just to kind of break it up a little bit. Okay, I think we are done. What I usually do is stand back and assess and see if I need to move any stems. If it looks nice from afar, I think it looks great. Wonder if we want to add another piece that cascades out so it's more dramatic. I think that would be nice. Just going to add it here. This is too long. Sometimes you have to just try it. No, I think that's nice. So I added a long piece of viburnum over here to kind of balance a long piece of viburnum over here. So we have a beautiful crescent arrangement, which I find very sophisticated, easy to use. And this is a one-sided arrangement that I would put like an entrance hall or a buffet, or wherever you want to have a beautiful floral display where you have a wall or something behind it. We're all done. This is my favorite type of arrangement with lots of interesting materials, very sophisticated high design style, and a beautiful antique inspired urn. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something today. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe and click the little bell to be notified when I put out a new video. For my loyal viewers who stop in each week, thank you, and leave me a comment to let me know what you're doing this week. I've opened up the community section of my YouTube channel so you can share your floral creations with the community. I can't wait to see what you guys made this week, so post a photo. Until next time, go out and buy some beautiful dahlias and play. And I will see you in my next video.